your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to the early in the week, right out of the blocks edition of Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you could stop by and spend a little time with us today. We're always here a couple hours a day, live, round numbers, 9 to 11 Eastern Time. And a lot going on. We'll be headed to Baltimore this week for the Natural Products Trade Show. We'll be broadcasting from there, by the way. We won't miss a beat. And we'll be in the CV Sciences booth broadcasting. So it's always fun. There'll be a lot of activity. Thousands, I don't know how many, probably 50, 60,000 people will be there, maybe more. 20,000 or so companies. Big show. Expo West is bigger. I think Expo West is the Natural Products Trade Show. Is the biggest trade show in the world. If consumers could walk through that trade show, you would be astonished. You'll see food you've never seen before, supplements you've never seen before, all kind of natural products you've never seen before, maybe never will. And it's a shame. The question is, how do you get to all that? Well, you shop in stores where they sell that stuff, in quotes. Whole Foods, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, Trader Jane, I don't know, whoever they got out there. Your local health store, all the small business, as they call them, mom and pop stores throughout the country. You'll find some of those products in there. But the food, it's interesting. You'll see all kinds of natural products-based foods. Now, you can see a lot of them. I mean, when I go to Whole Foods or Sprouts or one of those big, natural health stores, I'll see some of those items. But there's a lot I don't see either. And I just often wonder, where do you buy this stuff? And it's interesting to walk through the show. I mean, it just gives you a different sense of food and, products that people consume for their health. It really is quite remarkable. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. And it's not to say, and it's an imperfect business. There are things go on in the natural products industry that I'm not a fan of. Some of these companies, fly by night. But nevertheless, that's where we'll be. Thursday and Friday, we'll be broadcasting live. Stuart Tomk will be with me, of course. I'm almost certain. And other folks that work with the company. They're quite a remarkable company, what they've done, what they've been able to do. I mean, they were early on to this whole, everybody thinks CBD. They were into this. They were one of the first companies that you can consider an adopter. One of the first adopters as a company. And when before Stuart got there, they weren't into, they were just a raw materials company. Now, boy, Stuart changed. I mean, he's something, that guy. I must tell you. He can't hear a word I'm saying. He doesn't even know I'm talking about him. He's quite a remarkable individual. I've seen him single-handedly, by himself, at his direction, turn companies around. It's remarkable. I mean, you knew how, that is so hard to do. And he has been a major force in making CV Sciences one of the most popular, respected products or companies that sell, their brand is Plus. It's called Plus CBD. And he would call me from time to time, and he'd say, Doc, I'm in 100 stores. Doc, we're in 200. Doc, we're in 500. I don't know how many stores they're in now. Thousands, I guess. I don't know. And he would get on a plane and go to these stores. His family has really sacrificed a lot. He's something. He's a relentless fellow. I'll tell you. You see people like that, their commitment to what they're doing, and you can tell when he comes on to the show, right? Need your mic. This is radio. There you go. Something about microphones and radio. They sort of they end up in the same sentence, Reg. You've often said to me that when you see him or hear him on the air, you always comment how passionate he is.
Oh, okay. Now I can. Yeah, I got it on now. I'm good. Yeah, no, he comes on every time he comes on with a lot of energy, and
he's always like that.
I love it. Is he really like that all the time?
All the time.
I can't imagine.
Night and day, day and night, in between, all the time.
He's really passionate, though. I love it.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's committed.
Mm-hmm.
Something. It's something. I'm telling you. I've never talked about him that way on the air. I've been, I don't know why I'm doing that. I just want you to know. I mean, that he's a
passion goes a long way.
Does go a long way, Katie. He's something. He inspires me. He always tells me, he says I'm his mentor. I've learned more from him, I think, than he's learned from me.
Like he's like this when he calls in. I can't imagine how much energy he's gonna have. Like when you're actually physically with him. Like I would have.
I've been on the stage with him giving presentations. We've given presentations together. The energy is off the chain.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've seen him literally leap in the air on stage.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you crowd surfed. I was going to
what do you call that? Jumps. What do you call that when basketball players, when they can jump high?
Slam dunk?
No, when they can jump, they call it
hops.
Hops.
Yeah.
Man, boy, and he just launched. It's incredible. But it's infectious in a good way, and we like guests like that. And he knows he's become one of the leading experts in CBD. There are PhDs that call him. Okay? I know this because I know who they are. They'll call him and ask him questions about the compound and the chemistry and this and that. Something. That's the kind of guest. I mean, we've been lucky on this show, very lucky. We've had great guests, quality guests on the whole. Once in a while, you have guests that are sort of, they're not all that dynamic, and my job is to bring out the best in the guest. With that guy, I can sit back and, it's like me on cruise control. I sit back and just let him.
He needs no pushing at all.
Cut him
He's
ready
ready to go.
Just cut him loose, man.
Mm-hmm.
This morning I was always watching the news. I got more TVs in my house than I have sense. It's ridiculous. I got a TV all the time with the news, and I'm constantly monitoring my job. And I was looking at the devastation in the Bahamas.
Tragic.
It moves beyond tragic. I mean, I had to stop. I stopped what I was doing, and I was looking at these people standing on a dock waiting for a boat to get them the hell off that island. And the tragedy, nothing left. It was, some descriptions have been like a nuclear bomb was dropped. There's nothing left.
It's like it almost just went completely underwater, the parts of the Bahamas that were hit. I mean, it's such a small island that the fact that it actually could happen, that they could go underwater and just not exist anymore, is terrifying.
It was not only the parts that were underwater, Katie, but the parts that weren't underwater where that hurricane sat over them for how many hours, 50-some hours or more? I don't know what it was.
2+ days.
And there's nothing left. One lady said, it's gone. My hump, there's nothing there. It's gone.
The one that stuck with me was the Adrian Farrington, the guy that lost his 5-year-old.
We'll come back. We'll talk about that. The plight of others. We have to stay tuned to that. We have to understand that. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off BDC's already discounted prices. BDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with BDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Football started this weekend, right?
It sure did.
Okay. So I guess the mental health of the nation is now better or worse, I don't know.
Depends who you are, I guess.
I feel great about it.
Steelers lose? Did they?
33-3.
Oh,
Thought you were asking me. I was like, I don't got a clue.
that's embarrassing.
That is atrocious. Oh my God, I couldn't. I wouldn't sleep at halftime. They were down like halftime. I think they were down like
It's a
20
shame.
to nothing.
I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, so
Really?
I'm a Bucks fan. Yeah, I'm a Bucks fan, but Steelers. It's a shame. Oh
yeah,
well.
both of them lost last night. You hate to see it.
Yeah. Who got hurt?
No, both of them lost last night. Yesterday.
Bucks and the Steelers.
Speaking of getting hurt, though, I was watching a college football game over the weekend. I wasn't really watching. It was just kind of on my TV. And one of the players went to run out into the field and started having convulsions on the field. It was terrifying. I've watched college football for the first time in my life for about 5 minutes, and that's what I witnessed.
That's
Horrible. Was he all right?
They took him off the field on a stretcher. Yeah, I guess he's expected to be okay, but he was young. It was really scary. His mom said he had a history of seizures, and it was scary to see.
Neurological issues.
Mm-hmm.
Football's a violent game.
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends that are physicians for some of the football teams. One for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's the brain surgeon.
Oh, wow.
And
Heck of a job title.
Absolutely.
yeah, and the injuries are horrendous.
I can imagine. I think we talked about a study about that one day.
Several times.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm concerned about, we don't hear. There's a lot of focus on head injuries in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I focus on, because not many others are, the players that what they require them to do, especially in linemen, is to become literally obese. Not only obese, but morbidly obese. And, you see these linemen, they are bigger than ever before. No human, I don't know. And they live that way. They play ball that way through their professional life, and then they leave. Very few of them, as I can tell, I don't know if anybody has studied this, lose the weight or change their diet.
Yeah, I've never thought about that side of the health.
A couple of them.
It's one of the stories that really needs to be talked about, and it seems to be also a reflection of our society right now. We are normalizing obesity.
Yeah.
I was watching Bill Maher. Some of you may not like Bill Maher for whatever reason, but he did a monologue on obesity and the normalizing. I was surprised he did this. And he said, it's not normal and it's not good. And he's in the, if you, I don't know if you saw that rant.
I did. I saw the controversy around it, how he targeted obesity. You're talking about the comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Bill Maher.
I did see that. Went after obesity, and
he sure did.
That shamed is what everybody was saying.
He said, we've become too politically correct, and he used the word fat about people being fat.
He literally said fat shaming needs to make a comeback, and I think that's what got everyone in their uproar.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you for reminding me. Fat shaming. That was very good, Katie. And people, probably were uncomfortable with that monologue. But I understood his point. And another way to talk about that is that we have normalized obesity. We've normalized it. Most of you listening and watching this show are probably old enough that when you were in school, the number of your fellow classmates who were obese was a minority of students, a small number. I have gone to classrooms and given talks, and I look across the class, and these are, youngsters, and I look across the class, and I see that obesity is the norm. Overweight and obesity is the norm in some of these classrooms, especially in the lower income areas in schools, where schools are located. And it's tragic. So I understood his point, and I'm commenting on it because we can't allow that to happen. We cannot normalize obesity. It is not normal. it is true that we evolved to be able to gain weight. And we know this, and we see it reflected in many ways. One is the epidemic itself, this propensity for humans to become so morbidly obese and morbidly obese. If you weigh 275 pounds and you want to lose weight, and you want to lose 75 pounds, and let's say you succeed at that, and you get yourself to 200, for the rest of your life, hear what I'm telling you, for the rest of your life, you will battle, whether you realize it or not, the biological tendency to what? Go back to 275. That's the set point. And your body wants to go back to that weight. It thinks it needs to be, I know I'm anthropomorphizing the body, but it wants to go back to that weight. It thinks that's where you need to be. To me, obesity is like alcoholism. Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. Once you've been obese, you will always be obese, even though you lost the weight. Even though you lost the weight, because you will have that propensity to regain the weight. And we see this all the time. Losing weight, the first part, losing the weight, is really the easy part. The hard part is keeping it off. LTN Coast to Coast and globally.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempenol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's 100% organic with wild oreganol P73 extract. You might have heard about CBD, but there's no comparison. Hempenol has the power and potency you need to support your nervous system, stay calm and focused, and maintain a healthy immune system. Unlike other CBD oils, Hempenol contains the full spectrum of phytocannabinoids. Take Hempenol and feel great. And if you suffer from insomnia and can't seem to get that full night's rest, try Hempenol PM. Hempenol PM is specifically formulated to get you the rest you need without feeling sluggish when you wake. It's non-addictive, completely natural, and leaves you feeling energetic and ready to take on the day. To place your order, to find out where to find Hempenol in your area, call 1-800-243-5242, 800-243-5242, or visit us at oreganol.com.
Your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000 spending cash now. Text the nationwide keyword credit to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's credit to 200-200.
Hi, it's Schmidt. Join Robert Harwood from the Harwood Financial Group and me for a daily blueprint for your finances, a topical radio show that helps put you on the right track financially. Win at retirement right after the Schmidt Show, weekdays, 6:06 p.m. on 1250 WHNZ.
News on 1250 WHNZ.
Jury selection gets underway today in the trial of a Chinese woman accused of trespassing at President Trump's Palm Beach estate. 33-year-old Eugene Jiang faces charges of lying her way into the reception area at Mar-a-Lago back in March, but was caught carrying 2 Chinese passports and thumb drives containing malware. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is getting caught up in a new scam by robocallers. FDLE Special Agent Troy Walker says they're masking their phone numbers to make it look like an agent is the one calling.
The key to it all is public awareness. So they're armed with being able to protect themselves, their fellow citizens and families.
More than 1,000 Bahamians are finding much-needed refuge in South Florida. About 1,500 people arrived by cruise ship in West Palm Beach. With Florida's News, I'm Chris Trankman.
From the 1250 WHNZ Florida Central Credit Union Auto Loans Traffic Center.
Delays on southbound Veterans south of Waters Avenue to the Courtney Campbell Causeway. Also a bit of a slowdown still on northbound 275 just off the Howard Franklin Bridge in towards Tampa. And westbound I-4 a bit slow approaching I-75 and onto northbound 75 to just before Fowler. See traffic problems, call the injury firm Abrahamson Gilbert Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by VisitERTampaBay.com. Life is unpredictable, so when an emergency happens, you need a team you can trust. From pediatric care to heart attacks and strokes, their ER experts are ready to help. When every second counts, trust the ER experts at Advent Health.
Pros, when the job demands more of the supplies you use most, start with Lowe's. Because at Lowe's, we stock the right quantities you need for any size job, and at everyday savings, like up to 30% off drywall, drywall accessories, and insulation every day when you buy in bulk. Order at LowesForPros.com, and we'll have your order ready for pickup with dedicated pro loaders to get you loaded up and back to the job site faster. For your next job and the next, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Napa know-how.
Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
From the 1250 WHNZ Ruud Air Conditioning Weather Center. Rely on Ruud.
Your Tampa Bay forecast, mostly sunny and hot today with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high 93. Tonight, mostly clear, low 77. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and hot again, just a 10% rain chance, high 93. For more news, weather, and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by Ashley Home Store.
Ashley Home Store's Labor Day mattress sale is now extended. Save up to $1,200 on select Sealy and Beautyrest adjustable sets. Buy today and get 0% interest for 8 whole years. Hurry, the Labor Day mattress sale ends Monday. Ashley Home Store, this is home.
I'm Tom McCubbin. Better Lawns and Gardens is now live in Tampa Bay. Join us every Saturday morning, 7 to 9 on 1250 WHNZ. You can call me at 1-888-45-LAWNS. That's 1-888-455-2967.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
If you'd like to give Let's Talk Nutrition a call, you can give us a call, 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also email Dr. Garko personally. His email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Any questions you have for him that you want to get answered, just send him an email. It's that easy. You can also watch us live right now on YouTube. Visit Let's Talk Nutrition on YouTube and hit the subscribe button so you can get a notification every single time we go live.
Thank you, Katie. And Katie is works the board, and Reggie's in this side on this side of the glass with me. Katie's on the other side. If you're watching the show, you see them both. They're young people, and like having like when I was teaching, when I was a professor, one of the things that I enjoyed the most was being with young people. They keep you honest. They keep you current. And what's fun is when you can be sometimes more current than they are.
That's true.
And you tell them things, you say, how do you know that? You're not supposed to know that. You're too old to know that. You're not supposed to be dialed into that.
I think our minds are still young enough to be shaped, too, the way they need to be shaped.
And
not brainwashed, just shaped.
Yeah, and that's right. You're trying to, and that's a part of teaching I miss. Are the students, the interaction with the students. Now we live in an online world, and many of the courses are taken online. I'm caught up in all of that, and
you take online courses as well?
Yeah, I am.
Find that it's better to have an instructor in front of you than it is to kind of teach yourself online?
Okay, so
I don't know how online school really
I'm at
works.
the University of Bridgeport, and they have a master's degree in clinical nutrition, and that program is accredited by the state of Connecticut.
Okay.
That program is like being in the Navy SEALs. It is tough, and I've been in that program now a couple of years, and it takes time to get through it, and everything's online. And that makes it hard. Try taking biochemistry online. Try that on for size.
I would never.
I tried a class in high school and I couldn't do it. I just needed the one-on-one interaction. I needed someone in
It's a
front of me.
different experience. And so this show is sort of like, I think of it as an online course.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
I think of it as an online course in health, wellness, and well-being.
That people save a lot of money by not spending. They just get to listen to us.
And you try to educate. The show is about educating and empowering people in an entertaining way. And that's our agenda here. So, for example, there's some studies trending. One this morning about a study confirming that a low-fat diet, it benefits women's health. Let me report on the study and then I'll make a comment. New research, it spans over 2 decades, and what they discovered was a low-fat diet benefits women's health. When you hear that kind of headline or that kind of statement, low this, low carb, low whatever, you always have to use your critical thinking skills and ask certain questions. One question to ask is, what kind of fat are they talking about in this case? Or what kind of carbohydrate are they talking about? A low carbohydrate diet that eliminates fruits and vegetables is, let me be non-academic, a stupid idea. A low fat diet without if you don't distinguish what kind of fats we're talking about, can be a dangerous idea. Nevertheless,
Meaning like saturated, unsaturated fats?
That's right. We'll get into that. Older studies, they've done a lot of experiments, laboratory studies with rats and mice, and they found that rodents on a high-fat diet develop more tumors than those on a low-fat diet. Now, we are not rodents, but I'm a fan of laboratory research. Either it's done in a dish, a petri dish, or in animals. Nevertheless, those studies are only the beginning of the story. Some of those studies referred to colorectal cancer in particular. Other studies showed that high-fat diets boosted tumor growth in mouse models of breast cancer. Now, I don't dismiss that research. I understand. I get it. As a researcher, I get it. Studies in humans have suggested that if you eat a low-fat diet, you could improve your health and lifespan, especially with women in these studies who have received the diagnosis of breast cancer. Spurred by the previous research, Dr. Ross Prentice, a member of the Cancer Prevention and Biostatistics programs at Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center in Seattle, Washington, a notable institution, and colleagues at the Women's Health Initiative, which is also notable, set out to figure out and examine the benefits of a low-fat diet for postmenopausal women. Now, the scientists, they tracked 50,000 postmenopausal women over 2 decades. I commend them for that. That's remarkable. That's hard to do. An effort to understand the effects of a low-fat diet on breast cancer, colorectal cancer, and heart disease risk. This is meritorious research. Dr. Prentice and Dr. Prentice's colleagues published their findings in the Journal of Nutrition. Nice journal, by the way. What were the results after this 20-year follow-up? Prentice and his colleagues enrolled 48,835 postmenopausal women living in the U.S. and assigned 40% of them to a low-fat diet intervention that also sought to aim for higher intakes of vegetables, fruits, and grains. Notice what I just said. They put them on a low-fat diet, but they increased what? Their carbohydrate intake. The good carbohydrates. That's a clever move. After a median follow-up period of about 8.5 years, Their statistical analysis revealed no significant differences between the intervention group and the control group in terms of colorectal cancer, breast cancer, or the risk of coronary heart disease. However, in other words, there was no effect of the low-fat diet at that point. But when they got to 19.6 years, the scientists found, how can I say, benefits. One, women who had experienced breast cancer and who followed a low-fat diet with a corresponding increase in fruits and vegetables and grains were 15 to 35% less likely to die from any cause. Second, women in the intervention group who were on a low-fat diet with high good carbohydrate intake were 13 to 25% less likely to develop insulin-dependent diabetes. And the women who did not have high blood pressure or a history of cardiovascular disease at the beginning of the study were 15 to 30% less likely to develop coronary heart disease in the follow-up.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Did you know that you have 3 brains? Yes, you heard right. Exciting new research reveals you have 3 brains: your head brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. These 3 brains are like an orchestra with billions of neurons working together to create a harmonic symphony. This intricate relationship between these 3 brains impacts your mental, emotional, and physical health. The 3 Brain Supplements from Natural Factors is a bold new innovation in mental health. It provides a whole-body approach to balance brain health and well-being. Start with the 3 Brains Total Kit, which includes 5 supplements that are essential for 3 brain health.
The kit provides foundational support for all three of your brains. Then, depending on your unique needs, choose from higher thoughts to enhance brain performance, mental sunshine for healthy mood balance, serene mind to relieve stress-related fatigue, or the best sleep for restful sleep. Learn more at 3brainshealth.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off VDC's already discounted prices. VDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with VDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. North American Urban Spice, wellness for life. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, if I said what you eat makes a difference, you would say, tell me something I don't know. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. That's an obvious thing to say, but food is not just food. And what you eat, when you eat, why you eat, where you eat, with whom you eat, and so on, all constitute your relationship with food. And that relationship is formed early in your life. Some researchers and scientists, medical scientists, nutrition scientists, believe that the research that the relationship is really formed in utero. In other words, what your mother ate while she was pregnant began to lay the nutritional foundation for you. And there's in the epigenetic world, research world, they're accumulating evidence to suggest this. And one example is that mothers who ate a terrible diet, gained a lot of weight during the pregnancy, give birth to children, who then have a tendency and become more prone to becoming obese later in life. Doesn't change your genetic inheritance. But what it does change is not the sequencing. It's the expression of the genes, not the sequencing of the genes, but the expression of the genes. In other words, it doesn't change the genes themselves, but how they will express. So we know this. So when you look at this study, this current study with women, 20-year study, they changed their relationship with food in the study in that they had one group of women that ate a low-fat diet, but asked them to increase their consumption of fruits, vegetables, and grains, i.e. carbohydrate. And then they had a control group that didn't get that treatment, called the treatment, experimental treatment. What they found was, I read those findings to you, all which were good. Women who were on the low-fat, good carbohydrate diet, they had a 15 to 35% less likely chance of dying from any cause. They had a 13 to 25% likely chance to develop insulin-dependent diabetes. And those who didn't have high blood pressure or a history of cardiovascular disease at the beginning of the study were 15 to 30% less likely to develop that disease in the follow-up period in the study. That's all great news. there were two weaknesses with the study that need to be identified. And the researchers acknowledge this. One is they didn't, and this goes to Katie's earlier question, they didn't target, what they did, they targeted total fat reduction. They didn't tell the people to reduce their saturated or increase their unsaturated fat specifically. They just said, reduce your fat. That's one weakness. Another weakness in the study is they didn't recommend whole grains. They just said grains.
Okay, yeah.
The difference is whole grains. What does the word whole mean? The word whole means, in part, that you're going to get more fiber. Whole grain bread is different than the bread that's not whole grain. Dark breads, whole grain dark breads, are better than breads that are white, that because they've been bleached, and that are not whole grains. Whole grains are the key. So those were two weaknesses. Even though they didn't do those two things, they still had good results. The takeaway from this study is this. Remember, you only have 3 macronutrients: protein, carbohydrate, and fat. If you reduce any one of them, increase another, you have the potential to create an imbalance of ultimately micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, phytonutrients generally, fiber. You can mess things up. When you tell people to eat a low-fat diet, you must be careful. What you're telling them to do is not to eat a low-fat diet that eliminates monounsaturated, polyunsaturated fat. Right? You want them to eat more unsaturated fat, like you get from fish oil or fish. Right? It's good for you. You need the fat. Now, your diet shouldn't be 60% fat. It should maybe be 20, 30% of calories from fat, but wholesome fat, good fat. And this is a great study in that regard. One, it was longitudinal. Two, when they said go on a low-fat diet, they also gave them the instruction to increase their carbohydrate intake. And you should eat whole grain breads, seeds, whole grain breads, whole grain pasta, any kind of grain-based food, whole grain. And eat your vegetables, eat your fruit, and if you can get organic and you can afford that, better yet. So, they didn't say low-fat diet and left them alone. That other piece is what's important. This is my way of saying, don't be carbohydrate phobic. When they say low-carb diet, what they mean, when I tell a client, you need to reduce your carbohydrate, what I'm telling them to do is reduce the cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, cupcakes, cola, and so on.
Real junk food.
Junk food. Crap. And that's the difference. Now, one of the researchers in the study, Dr. Hutchinson, said the sheer number of, and I agree 100%, the sheer number of new diets and nutrition trends can be overwhelming, even to me, to people who simply want to know, what should I eat? While there are many diets that provide short-term benefits like weight loss, this study scientifically validates the long-term health effects of a low-fat diet, close quote. If you're eating a diet where you're eating meat 4 times a week, steak, whatever, not a good idea. It's not the meat itself, it's the fat. And then how you cook it. Now you say, well, I'm eating free range beef or free range chicken. Well, it can be free range and otherwise organic, whatever. Nevertheless, and that's a better option. Your diet, what we now know is that if the diet is more constituted of plants, you do better. Instead of the other way around, more constituted of meat. Many of us grow up where meat was the center of the plate. Now, it should be off to the side. Come back, we'll tell you more in the second hour. Are you tired of being tired? So was Amanda until she tried Floradix Iron and Herbs. You can probably relate. Between juggling her job and family, she was constantly exhausted. She put off going to the gym, and making her dinner every night seemed like a heroic task. Then she found out she had the most common nutritional deficiency in the U.S., iron deficiency. Amanda turned to Floradix, an easily absorbed plant-based liquid iron supplement. For over 60 years, Floradix has been helping reduce exhaustion and fatigue caused by iron deficiency. This formula is easy on the digestive tract and free of artificial colors and flavors. It even has vitamins B and C for enhanced absorption. No wonder it's the best-selling iron supplement in North America. FloraVital provides all the same benefits as Floradix, but without gluten or yeast. Reclaim your energy with Floradix and FloraVital, available at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com/Floradix. florahealth.com/Floradix.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
The preceding was a commercial program paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition, LLC.
The Rays play on Tampa Bay Sports Radio, WDAE.
To the wall, let's go!
Catch every pitch of Rays baseball in Pasco on 96.7 FM and all over Tampa Bay on 620 AM. Rays up.
Country music news first, straight out of Nashville. It's Kristen's Music City Minute.
There are a lot of things that Brett Young loves about his wife Taylor, but you may be surprised by one of the things he loves about her the most.
Something that always impresses me and inspires me about Taylor is how independent she is. It's a really hard thing to learn in life, and I think most of us learn it as we get older, and it's just part of growing up, but it's something she's kind of always had. She's able to love and be nurturing and caring, and also be entirely independent all at the same time.
Brett says Taylor is never one to give off a needy vibe, noting it's something that makes her even more beautiful as she gets older. I'm Kristen Gates, and that's your Music City Minute right here on iHeartRadio.
1250 wins WHNZ.
1250 wins WHNZ, Tampa Bay. Available everywhere you want to listen on our free iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
This is CBS News on the Hour. Real news, real reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. One of the president's top financial advisors says he's not worried about fallout from the U.S.-China trade war or the possibility of a recession. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin.
There's no question the U.S. economy is in very good shape. As we look around the world, there's no question that China is slowing, Europe is slowing. The U.S. is the bright spot of the world.
Lawmakers are back on Capitol Hill after a 6-week recess. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy says Democrats will pick up where they left off on impeachment.
The House Judiciary Committee this week is expected to vote to formalize its impeachment inquiry. Rules would govern the questioning of witnesses by committee counsel and give the president's lawyers the ability to participate in the process. Democrats say they're interested in prosecuting a case for the president's removal on at least 3 grounds. He obstructed the Russia investigation, made illegal hush payments to women before the election, and has used his office for profit.
Our new CBS News Battleground Tracker shows Elizabeth Warren now ahead of Joe Biden by 1 point in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. Political correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
It's not that Joe Biden is slipping. It's just that Elizabeth Warren is on the rise. The poll finds she's generating more enthusiasm among Democrats, who now also believe she has a better shot than before at defeating President Trump.
Biden and Warren take center stage at the next debate Thursday. The poll was conducted across the first 18 caucus and primary states. The Coast Guard says a rescue team has heard noises from inside a cargo ship that overturned and caught fire near a port in southern Georgia. 20 people have been rescued. 4 are still missing. Lloyd Heflin is coordinating search and rescue.
We're still conducting rescue operations. We have assets on scene. They continue to do what they can. It is a complex situation, so we're looking not just to be able to rescue the people that are on board, but also to be able to provide safety for our crews.
Kids won't be able to smoke e-cigarettes in private anymore at one school in Alabama.
Not everyone is happy after administrators at Wilson High School in Florence, Alabama, decided to remove bathroom stall doors to stop students from vaping on campus. Some parents think it's excessive and takes away too much privacy. Principal Gary Horton says he recently found a male student passed out in the boys' bathroom after vaping too much. He says the bathroom stall doors will return at some point, but not until school leaders find a solution to the vaping problem. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
He is a doc of all trades on TV, but Mehmet Oz says it was like a gut punch when his 81-year-old mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He tells people he's mad at himself for missing the signs. The Dow is up 36 points. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
It is a horrible scenario, but it happens. Dennis writes about his wife. She was diagnosed with leukemia. In fact, she's a 2-time survivor. And in the midst of all that, they ran up over $1 million in medical bills. Thankfully, they're Medi-Share members. And Dennis says they are so thankful for that, how others came together to meet their needs. And that's how so many Medi-Share members feel. This is not health insurance. It's different. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. And like Dennis found out, it just works. So if you join Medi-Share, not only do you save a lot of money, the typical family saves about $500 a month, but you know where your money's going each month. You're helping people, and if the time should come, they'll be helping and even praying for you. So yes, it's different, and as more than 400,000 people now know when it comes to healthcare costs, different is beautiful. Find out more. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Country music news first, straight out of Nashville. It's Kristen's Music City Minute.
Miranda Lambert and the writers of The House That Built Me are the very first recipients of the Song of the Decade Award given by the Academy of Country Music. It's the first of 7 new awards created by the ACM. Who would your nominees be for some of these other categories? Album of the Decade, Artist Songwriter of the Decade, Breakout Artist of the Decade, Single of the Decade, Songwriter of the Decade, and Music Event of the Decade. Winners in those categories will be announced soon. I'm Kristen Gates, and that's your Music City Minute right here on iHeartRadio.
From the 1250 WHNZ Florida Central Credit Union Auto Loans Traffic Center.
Water main repairs block northbound Florida Avenue at K Street. Westbound Bush Boulevard had a crash at Dale Mabry. There's an accident on State Road 54 at Trinity. A crash on Fox Hollow at Glenmore Lane. We're slow westbound on I-4 from the Selman connector to 275. We slow on the eastbound east end of the Howard Franklin Bridge. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line at 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock with Norton. No one wants to wake up to the news that they're the victim of identity theft or that malware is compromising their smartphone. That's why LifeLock with Norton now includes protection for your identity and devices. Join at LifeLock.com and use promo code RISK to get 10% off your first year.
The following is a commercial program paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition, LLC. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WHNZ AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, the early in the week edition of the show. Thanks for tuning in. We are grateful for your listenership and viewership. We don't take, we have faults, but that's not one of them. We don't tend to take the audience for granted. That's why we come to work. We come to work for you. And we're here every day, 5 days a week. Now, I know people can't listen for 2 hours and they can't show up every day. But Katie's going to tell you how you can still get in touch with the content of the show. And apparently people are doing that, as evidenced by the number who are going to the podcast and so on. She'll tell you all about that. And we want you to please contact us, make contact and connect with us either during the show or after the show. And here's how you can do all of that.
You can give us a call if you'd like. If you have a question or a comment, 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can also email Dr. Garko with any questions or comments you may have on his personal email. It's drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. And also on letstalknutrition.com are all of our past shows. They're sorted by date and title. So if you have something in particular you're looking to hear about, just head over to letstalknutrition.com. We're also on Facebook. We post a lot of news stories on there, and the link to follow us is also on there as well, right on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, so if you don't know how to get to YouTube, just go over to our Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, and we do share over the link. But you can watch us all live there. We have over 1,500 videos and 70,000 views on YouTube.
How many listens on the podcast do we have?
We have over 55,000 listens on the podcast.
That's people going after the show, or they typically do that after?
Yeah, typically after, or the next day, or if they were on vacation for a week, they'll come back and listen to everything they missed.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. They'll download the show. So it's a virtual library of information, most of which, I hope, is evidence-based and in terms of science, as well as traditional use data, that what we've learned from cultures over hundreds and thousands or thousands of years from different cultures. People had to figure out how to take care of themselves before there were doctors and clinics and drugs and
things and people to do it for us.
Right.
Yeah.
To do it for us. In medical science, people were on their own, and they figured it out. And many of those traditions are still in play and are effective. So you can't just dismiss them out of hand. It's not good to do that. Stay open-minded. And we have a number of stories and studies that are trending. I was looking for something I prepared for today, and you think I can get my hands on it. I'll do it during the break. I want to share with you something that I wrote and wanted to share with you. And I'll save that. But some of this I mentioned, and I didn't comment real in depth on it, looking at some video this morning on the news. They're showing videos of the devastation in the Bahamas. And as I was getting ready to come in today, and I had to stop because I have the devastation. It does, some describe it as looks like a nuclear bomb was set off. There's nothing left. I mean, evaporated, gone. And some are now claiming that they're not even sure that on some of those islands in the Bahamas that people are going to be able to go back. It's not that they have to rebuild, they have to start over.
And it's scary because the weather like it is now, how much money are they going to put in to rebuild for it to maybe happen again next year?
It could happen. Listen,
it could happen in 2 weeks.
Tomorrow.
You're right about that?
A storm can pop up and begin to form. I mean,
it's a terrifying thought.
The people in Puerto Rico are still reeling from the hurricane that devastated that island. And I don't know what's going to happen to those people, those poor souls. I saw them trying to get on a boat to get off that island. There's going to disease, cholera. They're deeply concerned about cholera. There are bodies decomposing on those islands. Grand Bahamas, Abaco Island, and so on. They're decomposing. Disease will form. Cholera is one of those diseases, and believe you me, there are 70,000 people that are homeless without nothing in the Bahamas. 70,000. And so I don't know what the world is doing watching this. It is my hope that the humanitarian side of human nature pops up and there is some help. They don't have anything. A ship just pulled into Miami. Katie was telling me, I saw that. A cruise line went down there. And how many did they bring in, Katie?
Around 1,500 refugees, yep.
And they don't have visas. Now, one boat, there were people from the island, on one of the islands on this boat, and they told them to get off. They kicked them off the boat because they didn't have visas. Well, you can get into this country. They would let them in if they flew in, but there's no airport left. So the only way they can get off those islands is by boat. So the government has to make an exception here and allow them in without a visa if they come in by ship. This is it's the right thing to do.
See, I just don't get it because there's like cruise ships that are bringing 1,500 people over. And then I just was reading the story that you're talking about, and it was a ferry and they kicked them off. So who's saying who can come and who's not?
The government has a policy. You can come in on the plane. If you come in on a plane without a visa, they will allow you to do that in the emergency situation. But there are no planes because there's no airport, man.
So the people who did get off the cruise ship in Miami, they're kind of just breaking rules?
No, not really. Well, probably. They're making an allowance. Somehow they got in.
Crazy.
They got it. Yeah, and it's heartbreaking. One man saw his wife drowned. Another man lost a 5-year-old child, drowned in front of him.
Right off a roof.
Right off the roof.
Off the roof of his house.
I know. It's horrible. And so I'm just saying, lest we forget, we're all in this together. And forgive me if I dwelled on this a bit much, but I just can't emphasize enough that we can't let that move out of. It's horrible to see humans suffer like that. Not right. So they didn't do anything wrong. They were just living their life. And that's it. So we'll keep monitoring the story. You will too. We're going to hear a lot about it. The worst is yet. I'm telling you, the worst is yet to come. The disease, that's what they're concerned about. And it most likely can happen. They only have, 40-some dead now. There are bodies everywhere.
But a lot of people missing.
One lady said she was trying to get her and her children out of there, and they were walking through the water, and they were pushing bodies to the side so that they could make a path to get through. So I know everybody knows there's more than 40-some. I don't know how many.
There's thousands missing.
Thousands.
That's the number count right now is thousands.
Missing. So I'm just saying, let us remain, let the good side of our human nature emerge. And with that, there's a study trending about physical inactivity. I keep reporting on it, and I know better because I know telling people to exercise is not persuasive. It doesn't get it done. It just doesn't. But I'm going to report. The headline on the study was physical inactivity for 2 decades is connected to an outcome that's not good. What is it? You will have twice the mortality risk. You're saying, wait a minute. You telling me that there are people that don't exercise, don't move, don't have an active physical life for 2 decades? More than you would believe. It's a high rate. I'll tell you about that story about a sedentary lifestyle and other issues that are trending that can make a difference in your life on Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balance mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Avail-Blend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lung's liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lung's Immune and Clear Lung's Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Is getting a good night's sleep a challenge? Fortunately, there's a superior fast-acting sleep formula called Tranquil Sleep from Natural Factors. This non-habit-forming supplement contains a unique combination of melatonin, 5-HTP, and L-theanine, which works in harmony with your body's natural sleep hormones. Tranquil Sleep can help you fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep sounder, and wake up refreshed, all without feeling drowsy in the morning. The key benefit comes from increasing the time spent in the deeper stages of sleep. It's only in these deeper levels of sleep that we truly experience the rejuvenation, regeneration, and recuperation that sleep provides. Even if you think you get a good night's sleep, give Tranquil Sleep a try. You might be surprised with how much better you've slept by waking up with more energy and enthusiasm to start your day. Learn more at naturalfactors.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. If you're in the military or are a first responder, you get an additional 10% off VDC's already discounted prices. VDC even offers case discounts. And you can get connected with VDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. The choice is clear. You can save at Vitamin Discount Center. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-907-7066. That's 813-907-7066. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Celsius is a fitness drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. And there are only 2 ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. A story trending about a study. This has some implications for all of us, where people who have not engaged in physical activity for a couple of decades put themselves at a risk whereby they will have twice the likelihood of dying. It turns out that it found that those who, in the study, they said that those who led a physically inactive life, or in other words, sedentary lifestyle, for at least 20 years, had a twofold greater risk of premature death when compared to physically active people. Now, the other day I reported on a study where the physical activity was operationalized as just moving, running the sweeper, washing the car, shopping, walking. Instead of being a frontline parker at the grocery store, park out on the perimeter and walk in, and so on, just moving.
Or instead of doing the grocery pickup, go inside and get your own.
Get your own. That helps. That even counts. Going to the gym or having a more programmed approach to exercising is even better. But nevertheless,
convenience is not always the best choice.
Well, the point about convenience is this. Our ancient ancestors had a lot of stress and a lot of inconvenience. We have a lot of stress and a lot of convenience.
We do.
And it doesn't mix well. Convenience serves us well, but it's a two-edged sword. It cuts both ways, and then you'll bleed to death. In prior studies, investigators have looked at physical activity and the effects on mortality. This is not a new study. Earlier studies, other studies, they look at people and they look at their exercise habits, and then they follow them for a few years, and then they make some assessment. In this study, the researchers included how physical activity habits and behaviors change over time. Let me ask you, what does your intuition tell you? Would you be more inclined to move, more inclined to exercise, more inclined to engage in an active lifestyle when you're younger or as you get older? You know the answer to that. When you're younger.
Absolutely.
As you age, your energy levels decline. Responsibility gets in the way. You don't have the time, and so on. And when you'd be better off if you gave me a choice and said, would you rather somebody exercise early in life or about midpoint to the end of their life? They can only pick one period. I would say from midpoint and beyond, under the assumption that earlier in life, your body will be able to sort of take the hit on physical inactivity. But as you get older, But nevertheless, so they looked at a deeper connection between physical activity over a long time span and how it tied to mortality rates. A Dr. Tim Moholt, Norwegian University of Science and Technology in Trondheim, Norway, used information from an acronym. The acronym is HUNT, H-U-N-T study, and recruited residents over 20 years of age and checked on their physical activity over 3 periods, 84 to 86, 95 to 97, 2006 to 2008. At each follow-up, these researchers asked the people in the study about the frequency and duration of their leisure time and physical activity. So the current study used data from the first and third surveys and included extra statistics on death up to 2013. And they then had a reference group that consisted of people who reported a high level of exercise during the first and third periods for comparison. And what they found was, in low activity group, in that group in the study, those people were twice as likely to die from all causes and a nearly 3-fold greater risk of death due to cardiovascular disease. It seems to me, and doing this work for such a long time now, that the cardiovascular system will take a huge hit with physical inactivity. The arteries even become more vulnerable. Blood pressure seems to go up. Stroke seems to go up. Heart attacks seem to go up with people who are more physically inactive. I'm just saying. And it's not, and we have to distinguish here. Cardiorespiratory, you have resistance training, and then you have endurance training. The endurance training, swimming, biking, dancing, running, jogging, whatever, is good for the cardiovascular system. But you need to do endurance training, resistance training, because you need to maintain your muscle mass, and it also confers other health benefits. Dr. Moholt notes that there's a range of recommendations about how much exercise an adult should do. You're going to hear all kinds of statistics on this or recommendations. The American Heart Association says that regular exercise can help. What are they talking about, regular? 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise every week. That could be, notice, walking, swimming, dancing, cycling, they mention. Those are all aerobic cardiorespiratory endurance training exercises. Running. The American Heart Association says only about 50% of the adults in the United States get adequate exercise. I think they're being generous. Keep moving, and keep moving some more.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempenol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's 100% organic with wild oregano P73 extract. You might have heard about CBD, but there's no comparison. Hempenol has the power and potency you need to support your nervous system, stay calm and focused, and maintain a healthy immune system. Unlike other CBD oils, Hempenol contains the full spectrum of phytocannabinoids. Take Hempenol and feel great. And if you suffer from insomnia and can't seem to get that full night's rest, try Hempenol PM. Hempenol PM is specifically formulated to get you the rest you need without feeling sluggish when you wake. It's non-addictive, completely natural, and leaves you feeling energetic and ready to take on the day. To place your order or to find out where to find Hempenol in your area, call 1-800-243-5242. 800-243-5242. Or visit us at oreganol.com.
1250 WHNZ. Online at WHNZ.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. An iHeartRadio station. USF football starts this season on 1250 WHNZ.
Touchdown, USF!
Hear the first 4 games of the season on 1250 before the Bulls graduate to 95.3 WDAE in October. News on 1250 WHNZ.
Jury selection gets underway today in the trial of a Chinese woman accused of trespassing at President Trump's Palm Beach estate.
33-year-old Yujing Zhang allegedly lied her way into the reception area at Mar-a-Lago back in March, but was caught as she tried to go through more security screenings. She was carrying 2 Chinese passports and thumb drives containing malware. A search of Zhang's hotel room later discovered a device that detects hidden cameras. I'm Joel Malkin.
The FAA is investigating a small plane crash that killed 2 people near an airport in Marathon in the Florida Keys. The plane was heading to Georgia when it went down in Gulfside waters near Rachel Key. 20 premature green sea turtle hatchlings have a new home. The Brevard Zoo's Sea Turtle Healing Center took them in after their nest was exposed on Melbourne Beach during Hurricane Dorian. With Florida's news, I'm Chris Trankman.
Repairs block northbound Florida Avenue at K Street. Northbound 275 is construction in Manatee County in the right lane past U.S. Highway 41. And there's construction in the left lane northbound on I-75 south of State Road 50. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line at 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock with Norton. No one wants to wake up to the news that they're the victim of identity theft or that malware is compromising their smartphone. That's why LifeLock with Norton now includes protection for your identity and devices. Join at lifelock.com and use promo code RISK to get 10% off your first year.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock now adds the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Join now and get 10% off your first year. Go to lifelock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 10% off. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
From the Weather Center, Abrahamson and Uterwick, theinjurylawyers.com, serving your community, Pinellas Hillsborough.
Your Tampa Bay area forecast, partly cloudy, a 20% rain chance, high 93, down to 77 overnight, just a 10% rain chance tomorrow, high 93. For more news, weather, and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by Troy University. You might start on a Troy campus or online from your kitchen table. Wherever you start, you'll be part of the Troy family. Invest in your future with a top-ranked education from Troy University. Visit troy.edu/oneandall. Apply by October 4th to begin classes this term.
Country music news first, straight out of Nashville. It's Kristen's Music City Minute.
Miranda Lambert and the writers of The House That Built Me are the very first recipients of the Song of the Decade Award given by the Academy of Country Music. It's the first of 7 new awards created by the ACM. Who would your nominees be for some of these other categories? Album of the Decade, Artist Songwriter of the Decade, Breakout Artist of the Decade, Single of the Decade, Songwriter of the Decade, and Music Event of the Decade. Winners in those categories will be announced soon. I'm Kristen Gates, and that's your Music City Minute right here on iHeartRadio.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
If you'd like to connect with Let's Talk Nutrition, you can give us a call right now, 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. And if you'd like to watch us, you can head over to youtube.com and search Let's Talk Nutrition and subscribe to us because you'll get a notification every single time we go live, which is every day, Monday through Friday. We have all of our past shows on there, and they're sorted, so anything you want to hear us talk about, you can find the video of us on YouTube. And on letstalknutrition.com, you can also hear all our past shows as well.
We also have a live chat that you can ask questions. If you have any questions for Dr. Garko, feel free to ask them on the YouTube live stream.
We do. You can also message us on Facebook. If you're not YouTube savvy, you can just send us a message on Facebook or email Dr. Garko.
And the links for the YouTube for the live stream will be on the Facebook page.
Dr. Garko at letstalknutrition.com. Thank you for that. Here's a little tutorial on stress and its effects on your digestive system. Make no mistake about it. Stress is a clear and scientifically established present danger to your health, wellness, and well-being. It is abundantly reported in the literature that chronic stress inspires disease and has a deleterious impact on the structure and function of nearly every organ system of your body, and the stress system itself, among other effects such as creating inflammation and adversely affecting aging. This is all established in the literature. I've reported on this robustly over the years. Knowing how stress and psychological stress in particular are defined is important because that provides context and a better understanding of the effects of psychological stress on the digestive system. So there's a distinction I'm making between stress and psychological stress. In the scientific literature, stress is often defined in terms of homeostasis. In other words, the body's always trying to maintain homeostasis within an organ system and between organ systems, but the stress may involve both psychological and behavioral adaptation. People will psychologically and behaviorally try to adapt to stress so that homeostasis can be created. Along the same lines, some define stress, for example, as a state of threatened homeostasis or disharmony, and which is counteracted by a complex repertoire of physiologic and behavioral adaptive responses to establish homeostasis. Can't talk today. Similarly, some will define stress as a state of threatened balance, equilibrium, or harmony, and threats to homeostasis being called the stressors. That's stress generally. So you can think, translation, you can think of stress as a threat to the homeostasis or the balance in your body, physiological balance, as well as psychological balance. The body's always trying to get back to homeostasis. And what we find ourselves doing is trying to adapt to the stress to create that homeostasis. Some people do better at it than others. Other people look for shortcuts and resort to drugs, alcohol, and other things that even make the matters worse. But what is psychological stress? Psychological stress is any disturbance in physiological homeostasis, and consequently, psychological stress is the homeostatic alteration caused by physiological factors. So what happens is you get some sort of, there's some sort of physical threat that's imposed. Let's say a boss who decides to unload on you one day. That creates psychological stress for you. Or you have something wrong in your relationship. There's a threat to the relationship in some form or fashion. There's a threat, you perceive a threat to your finances. You have trouble, you're having trouble, it's a threat. That creates psychological stress. So there's a connection between stress and psychological stress. And stress is psychologically a disturbing condition occurring in response to adverse external factors that affect your physical health, affect your psychological health. In less complicated and more intuitive terms, simply psychological stress is what we may experience when we're under mental, physical, and emotional pressure. That's a very intuitive definition. When we're under mental, physical, or emotional pressure or distress because we perceive threats either to our physical well-being, to our finances, to our relationship, to our career, to driving in traffic. You know, you're worried about this traffic, you're going too fast because you're trying to get to work. That's stressful because the threat is you're going to be late for work. I'm using the word threat in a very loose, general way here. And, our ancient ancestors, there were lots of threats. A lot of those threats were to their physical well-being. There was the stress of famine. There was the stress of being consumed by other animals. I'm talking about our ancient ancestors. As we evolved, the brain became more complicated and more evolved, we then intellectually, psychologically, were able to perceive other kinds of threats to us. Now, that's not to say that our ancient ancestors at some point didn't experience psychological stress, that they were uncomfortable psycho-emotionally. They were. And their life was just as stressful, maybe more so than even ours. They didn't have the convenience. There was lots of inconvenience, lots of stress, lots of uncertainty. Now, there are some people in modern life that don't have a lot of convenience, under a lot of uncertainty, living under uncertainty, and a lot of, consequently stress. Now, when you think of the effects of stress, the stress on the digestive system, what happens, what is stress? Stress really is a response system. It's a stress system. It's called fight or flight. That response, that's what stress is. That stress is the triggering of your fight or flight system. Once that system is triggered, and if it's triggered continuously, chronically, it can begin to affect your digestive system and your digestion and your digestive health. I'll explain when we come back, and I'll have the LTN health question of the day.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Have you been putting off a cleanse? They can be harsh and leave you chained to the toilet, making for an overall unpleasant experience. Rethink your cleanse with Fluorescence, a daily cleanse that helps safely and gently detoxify your body. Unlike other detoxes that can be hard on the body, Fluorescence supports your body's natural processes, helping it to work more efficiently than it could on its own. The truth is your body is really good at cleansing, but due to the number of toxins we're exposed to, it can use a little daily support. Inspired by traditional OB/GYN formula, fluorescence is made with 8 herbs: burdock root, watercress, sheep sorrel herb, slippery elm, rhubarb root, kelp, blessed thistle, and red clover blossom. These herbs work together to support multiple elimination pathways, gently helping your body's detox systems do what they were made to do, only better. Forget harsh extreme cleanses and cleanse happy. Try fluorescence for gentle daily cleansing that leaves you feeling rejuvenated. Find fluorescence at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier, I was reporting on a study that about women who were put on a low-fat diet, and this went on for a long time, 20 years. It was a longitudinal study. And they did something else. Not only did they put them on a low-fat diet, by the way, they didn't ask them to discriminate between saturated, monounsaturated, or polyunsaturated. They just said they put them on a low-fat diet. But they did something else in the study. What was it that they did? I'll give you two choices. Did they ask them to, did they include in the study for the participants to eat fruits, vegetables, and grains? Or did they ask them to eat more protein? Which one of those two things did they ask them to do in addition to reducing their fat intake? Did they ask them to eat good carbohydrates, fruits, vegetables, grains, or did they ask them to increase their protein intake? Here's a number to call to be a winner.
877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK.
So I was talking about stress here and how it can affect your digestive system. And it turns out the stress response, when we say stress, what we're talking about is the fight or flight response. And that response is associated with what's called your sympathetic nervous system. And that's part of the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system functions automatically, unconsciously, and it regulates your blood pressure, your respiration rate, your body temperature, sweating, metabolism, pupil dilation, elimination, urination, and defecation. All that's out of that happens, you don't have to work at it, does it, the body does it for you. And your stress response is part of that autonomic nervous system, or specifically sympathetic nervous system. Once that system is kicked in, certain things happen that can affect your digestive system. One of the things that happens is that it's shut down. When you're under stress, it's fight or flight. The last thing you need to be doing is digesting food. It's interesting. The body understands that, and it shuts it down. It's remarkable that it does that. And so it turns out your digestive system and even your immune system will shut down during the stress response. And then you have noradrenaline, which is a stress hormone. That's responsible for reducing blood flow to your gastrointestinal system. So you get less blood flow. That's one of the ways it shuts down to your digestive system. You don't need your digestive system and your immune system when you're in a flight or fight modality. Hence, it's not a good idea to eat when you're in this sympathetic state. The sympathetic system is at times referred to as the fight or flight system, as I told you. The best time to eat is when you're in a parasympathetic modality or your parasympathetic nervous system is in play, where it's rest and digest. The sympathetic is fight or flight, and it's automatic. Now, what's interesting about the stress response, some people under stress instinctively don't eat. They don't eat. Other people do what? They violate the system and eat even more.
Call it stress eating.
Thank you very much. Can
you tell which side of the spectrum I'm on?
And you're not supposed to really eat when you're under stress. But what does food do for people when they're under stress? The right foods, no. The wrong foods will give them what? Comfort.
Temporary
Makes
satisfaction.
Temporary. It makes them feel good. You know, chocolate pudding, chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, cookies, pies, alcohol. It makes you feel good. But it's a violation of the natural instinct for this body not to eat when it's under stress. That's the most natural instinct, because you don't want blood flowing to the digestive system. You need blood being shunted to your extremities. Remember, fight or flight. This is an ancient system. You get it? So that's how stress, in one way, can affect your digestive system. By the way, when you're under chronic stress all day long, every day, you end up then with things going wrong with the digestive system, and you get certain diseases forming. Certain problems start to happen. I'll deal with that on another day. But that's a little tutorial on stress and the digestive system and what your body will be inclined to do when you're under stress. It will be inclined to shut down the digestive system, shunt blood away from the digestive system, shut your immune system down too, by the way, and you proceed. But if it's chronic, you can't go without eating. And sometimes when people are under stress who don't tend to eat when under stress get themselves into nutritional trouble. On the other hand, stress eaters who are violating the natural inclination not to eat, the biological inclination, also get into nutritional distress. Go to Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Amy, hi, Amy.
How are you?
Good. What was that song? Was it the title, Once in Love with Amy? Was that the song?
It was.
It was?
It was, yes.
You probably know the lyrics to it too, don't you?
That's about all I know.
I remember Once in Love with Amy. God, that's such an old tune. I can't remember.
Was it Ray Bolger?
I don't know who sang the thing.
Okay.
And I won't punish you with my voice. What was the answer in that study? They put the women on a low-fat diet. Did they ask them to increase their protein intake, Or did they ask him to also eat fruits, vegetables, and and grains?
Whole grains.
Grains, yeah. Fruits, vegetables, and grains. Congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you.
I'll have to think about the lyrics to Once in Love with Amy. Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Your health is your wealth. We love you.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp